All right, so once again, good evening, everyone. We are formally starting. So I want to hand over to my colleague, Chinedu. Over to you. Welcome, everyone. Chinedu, over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to
Good
today's
evening.
event. Please, you can kindly let us know where you are participating from, the country you are from, your name, and where you are participating from. So we are starting now.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, good morning, good
Hamidogu.
afternoon,
It is evening here.
depending
Hamidogu.
on wherever you are
I'm in Ibadan
participating
right
from.
now. Ibadan, Nigeria right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Please, um, thank you so much. So it is with great pleasure that I warmly welcome you all to today's session from local hustle to global markets. That's scaling your agribusiness. And we're actually delighted to have you join us for this insightful session. So today's session is designed to explore how businesses, local ideas, and entrepreneurial dreams can grow beyond immediate environment and compete successfully on a larger and even on a global stage. So whether you are a business owner, you are an aspiring entrepreneur, professional, or enthusiast, there is something valuable for everyone. And this event is the ninth edition and Farm to Fortune, ninth edition of Farm to Fortune, which is a platform committed to empowering individuals in agribusiness, entrepreneurship, and wealth creation through knowledge sharing, mentorship, and of course, access to good opportunities. So we are excited to have you with us today, and we encourage you to stay engaged, take notes, ask questions, and make the most of this opportunity because the speaker has a whole lot value to dish out to us, a whole lot of insights. And right now, I'll be passing the mic to Dr. Ola to kindly introduce our guest. Thank you so much, sir. Hello, sir. I don't know if you can hear me. Can
Yeah,
anyone hear
okay,
me?
okay, okay.
Yes,
Pardon me. It
yes,
was
sir.
it was mute.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank
Please,
you.
sir, you can kindly introduce our guest. Thank you, sir.
All right, so can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Sound
Okay,
and
thank you.
clear.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, everyone, and thank you once again to our esteemed speaker, everybody that has joined earlier. We don't take it for granted. As much as possible, we try, to be punctual in everything we do. And, our speaker as well, she joined earlier, waiting for everybody, and we want to apologize once again for, starting a bit behind schedule. So let me just go straight, to the introduction. Beyond what we have here, I think you can see my screen. Let me just read out and then I'll just add one or two to it and then we can proceed. Mrs. Fumi Omoyele is a program strategist, ecosystem builder, and management professional with over a decade of experience, delivering high-impact, multi-stakeholder initiative across government, development, and entrepreneurial ecosystems. She has led and contributed to flagship platforms, including Lagos Agri-Innovation Club, Lagos Agrithon, Onje Eco programs, Lagos Energy Summit, Empower Lagos, GIPP, and then Latif Jack on the leadership video, mobilizing Okay. Mobilizing cross-sector stakeholders to drive inclusive economic development, strengthen food systems, and advance, enterprise growth. Our expertise spans program strategy execution, funding coordination, and ecosystem development. She is passionate about, helping entrepreneurs and agripreneurs scale from local opportunities to global markets. So I want us to, gladly welcome Mrs. Fumi Omoyele. So before I actually, allow her speak as well, I want to quickly, admonish us to change our names. I can see that Sheun shared a link, and probably I can see that, people are joining with Oluwaseun Ajibulu. I can see 3 people joining with Sheun Ajibulu. So let's see our names. Kindly change your name because you have actually joined with someone's link. Change your name so that we can, the speaker can see you and then address you if she needs to do that. So let's welcome with emojis or probably open our mic to welcome Mrs. Fumi Omoyele. Thank you very much and welcome, ma.
Good evening, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much, Dr. Olaoluwa. And good afternoon. It's 1 p.m. here in Ontario, Canada. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure, honestly. I'd like to, Dr. Olaolu, can you please make me co-host so that
right away.
I can share my screen?
Okay. All right, you are used now.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Good evening again, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And thank you, Dr. Olaoluwa, for setting up a platform like this. Our topic for today is, or the topic that I was given is from local hustle to global markets. I hope everyone can see my screen. And quite honestly, personally, I don't like to, I'm using 2 screens, so it would look like I'm looking away. Okay. I don't like to use the word hustle, but I'll use it for the sake of this conversation. And turning your effort into scalable opportunities. So I'll give a little bit of background about myself. I've had in the last 5, most recently, which is the last 5 years, I've had the opportunity to work with Lagos State government in the last 3-4 years, rather, the opportunity to work with Lagos State government, starting as the special assistant to the governor, pioneer fellow of the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy. I've worked across 3 different ministries, working closely with the honorable commissioners. Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, Ministry of Wealth Creation and Empowerment, and then Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems. And then I transitioned into working as a consultant to Lagos State government, especially the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems. And in the last 2 years, we focused majorly on helping young agribusinesses grow and scale their businesses. So when you talk about young businesses in Nigeria, it's very dear and very close to my heart because it's something that I've committed the last 2 years passionately working on and helping businesses grow. I led the Lagos Agri Innovation Club as the first program coordinator of the club until very recently. So back to the topic. Many people are working very hard, but not very many people, not everyone is building something that can scale. And we've seen that that's proven, even for many of the businesses that we visited at least about 70 businesses in Lagos State. And then, so maybe we can include Ibadan, maybe one from Osun, but mostly Lagos State, right? We've seen a lot of people working and I must say kudos to businesses, I mean, everyone is trying their best, everyone is putting in their effort, everyone is working hard, but it begs the question of, am I just working hard or am I working smart? Am I working to scale? Are you building a business or just surviving your hustle, right? Are you just trying day to day to see, this one, let it just put food on my table, or as far as family can breathe and eat, all body together, is that what we're trying to achieve? Or are you actually committing to growing your business to the point where this business can actually work without you, right? So what will you walk away with after this session? You'll understand the journey of moving from hustle to structure to scale, with proven frameworks and examples of real Nigerian brands that you can relate with, some of which you already know. And then we'll learn from real Nigerian case studies right here. And then the application, the application of, okay, so I'd need you to please, if you don't have it, your pen and paper, because this is almost like a practical session, because you need to walk away from this session with practical steps and guide on how to actually grow and scale your business. So why hard work alone won't scale? I mean, Lagos is hard enough, right? And because the hustle and bustle, I mean, we know it's our Lagos. Right? The hustle and bustle is a lot, but hard work alone is not enough. Inconsistent income, you have no stable revenue. Some months is good, some months you're like, oh my gosh, and then no documented processes. We've seen this with a lot of businesses. And really, when you talk about documented processes, it's not some grandiose ideas. It's those little things you do every day in your business, actually documenting it. Write it down to say, okay, this is how to plant. What do you plant on your farm, or what business do you do? Let's assume you grow or farm tomatoes. So this is how to farm tomatoes. So I should be able to visit you and you show me a document to say, from start, before we plant those seeds, before we take them to the nursery, from the point we move them to the nursery to implant, and then when we actually harvest, you should have a document that shows you the processes of how to plant and harvest tomatoes. That's what documentation and processes is all about. So every single thing you do in your business, if you're into branding, if you're into farming of maize, whatever it is. So don't look at it that, oh, I'm just a farmer, right? No, you're not just a farmer, you're a business owner. The limited market access. I know this is one of the challenges that a lot of businesses face. You get stuck selling to the same circle of small buyers. There's the same old people chatting you on WhatsApp, but you need to be able to break free from that small circle. You need to be able to move out and from that small circle. And then you're competing on price only. No, businesses that grow, that scale, don't compete on only price. You're not only looking at, oh, because that person sells it at 100 naira, I also have to say it's at 100 naira. No, you're always losing to someone cheaper because there's no differentiation. What is the value that your business actually delivers? Yeah, that's what you need to start looking at. What's the value that my business delivers? It really doesn't matter how much I sell that product. Well, it sort of matters because it has to be within it, but you're not competing on price alone. Right, I hope you get it. So burnout and isolation, doing everything alone with no team or support system. And we've experienced a lot of business owners come to us and just say, I am tired. Because you're doing it alone and alone. You're trying to get loans from banks. You're trying to, attend every program. You're trying to be visible. You're trying to be out there. It's usually just a lot, honestly. But how do you actually move past that isolation and constant burnout? So the idea stage, yes, at the idea stage, this idea stage really is where many dreams die young. All good ideas start out as bad ideas. That's why it's called idea stage. So don't worry, whatever idea you have is fine. It's okay. So you're not imagining that another person's idea is better than your own. Oh, I'm not scaling, I'm not selling because that person does that and I'm not doing what they are doing. No, every idea usually sounds stupid at the beginning simply because it's not a success. And even almost any business name usually sounds weird at this get-go until that name becomes popular. Because really, think about it. What exactly is Facebook? What is Instagram? When you think about it, does it even come across as anything? But again, when you talk about branding and you take branding classes, you'd be able to understand how to actually how to sort of name your business in short, catchy phrases that people can easily remember, right? And then also business enterprise also is where you do everything, you'll have limited capacity, your income is equal to the number of hours that you put into it. You have absolutely no systems, processes, or structure whatsoever. It's just the wherever the spirits carry you, they go is where you're going, right? That's literally what hustle is. But then when you sit down and say, okay, now I'm actually starting a business, right? That's when you're trying to have like a sort of like a process driven a process that supports you, where you delegate your task, where you have scalable income, and then you have team delivery, which is where you now start to work with a team, albeit small, and then you start to grow. Remember when I said earlier that documentation is key? So you cannot grow your team if you don't actually have documentation process, because what will happen someday soon is you have a key team member that has to leave, and then you never even documented the process of how that key team member used to deliver their task, right? So you are stuck, right? And then when we move on to enterprise, is a systems driven. This grows without you, multiple markets, legacy and impact. And then this is where you now start to talk of attracting investors and funding and all of that. So growth starts when you move beyond your effort. It starts when you move beyond your comfort zone. And then also is, like I said, you do everything yourself. Your capacity is fixed. Income is equals to your time. The journey is not about working hard, honestly. It's about working smarter with systems. So the first Nigerian success story that I present to you is Meshai Coffee. I don't know how many of you have actually heard about Meshai Coffee. This is an outstanding business that we should all study, right? It was intentionally built as a premium and business, vertically integrated coffee brand. Vertically means that it functions across the value chain from farm to table, right? In the coffee value chain, from farming coffee in just to roasting it to high-end cafe experience in Lagos and Abuja. What makes this story powerful, really, is not where it started, but how deliberately it was structured from day one. So I want us to start to restructure our minds beyond, oh, I'm just doing business, I just need to make ends meet. No, the moment you decide to actually run a business, to own a business, from day one, you should have the end in mind. How do I want to structure this business? How do I want this business to be perceived? It's fine to start small, to start where you are, but don't stay small. That's the old mindset game. Don't stay small. It's envision something bigger. Start to create that process that can help you scale even when the opportunity shows up. I have a video to play. Dr. Olaoluwa, is it possible that you help me with that? Or
Yes, it is, but you have to return the host right. Pardon me. So we only have one right to the host. I mean, we can't even make co-hosts, unfortunately. So, I mean, for me to be able to do that, I need the rights of the host. I mean, but if
okay,
otherwise
let me
you can
just try
continue, you can
something.
play it after. Okay, you can play from there as well. Okay, perfect.
Okay, I hope everybody can see me.
Yeah, you need to share your audio. Now we can see it, just the audio.
Employees from the community.
Perfect.
We have
Perfect.
about almost 200 employees here tending to the farm, which sits on about 30 hectares of land. Have 25,000 trees on the farm, but we should be able to have close to 80,000. In the industry of coffee, the lots tend to perform differently. All the coffee here is subjected to the same atmospheric conditions, the same amount of rainfall. It's all sitting around the same altitude. However, the characteristics of the soil differ from one lot to the next. The next place we're going to go to now is the greenhouse. So I'll show you the seedlings. We started acquiring seedlings. We've gotten from Kenya, we've gotten from Uganda. The total number of seedlings we have here is about 4,000. What we're trying to do is to raise about 5 million. We envisage that we would need 20 to 30 million for the whole country. We've looked at the amount of land mass that Nigeria has that is arable for Arabica coffee farming. All right, so I'll take you to the processing plant now. So when the coffee has been harvested, it is brought here and the cherries are dumped in there. Those are what you call African drying beds. They are where you will dry the coffee for about 2 to 3 weeks. Mishai is the only brand, one of the few in the world, that is playing in every aspect of the value chain, right from seedling production to farming, then to processing. We have the first processing plant in Nigeria. After processing, then we have the roasting. And then from the roasting, we are now going to move into export. This is the second most traded commodity after crude oil. The display here allows us to taste, assess the quality, and then we can then set the price of the various coffees. So if you've noticed, this was the first lot that you saw when you drove in. This was another lot all the way inside called lot 4. Yes, the technology. Yes, sir. And you're introducing. Yes, sir. Introducing those. Commendable. Thank you, sir. Very well done. Thank you, sir.
Okay, back to class. Thank you. So the reason I showed that video is for those of us that have never heard about Mashai Coffee, it's a business that was established in 2019, and this is to show you, and these pictures here are their cafe, high-end cafe outlets, right? Is to show us that it is possible. Yes, I know that a lot of us will say, oh yeah, they have money, I don't. Position your business first, and then funding can come in. That's what I'm trying to say. So consistency of quality. The vision is to build a premium African coffee brand and revive Nigeria's coffee industry. So what exactly is the vision of your business? To make ends meet, or to scale, to do something that is transformational, right? So what exactly is the vision of your business? So you will need to write this down and you revisit that business. Does your business actually speak to global markets? Or does it just speak to your Ojodbega, Ikeja, right? What exactly does your business actually speak to? And now positioning your business for the global stage. So what global really means for you? Export markets, digital markets, diaspora demand, institutional buyers. So export markets, physical products sold internationally through distributors and agents like Mashai Coffee, Soilless Farm, Real Fruits, and there are several of them, right? Then digital markets, e-commerce, social, all of us have access to e-commerce, right? We spend hours scrolling endlessly on Instagram, looking at videos that don't add value to us, that don't actually, or on TikTok, making someone else richer, when you could spend that time actually making yourself richer, right? So digital markets, e-commerce platforms, social commerce, your products can reach the world easily from your laptop, right? So I'll use Price Pally here as an example. So I think sometime middle last year or late last year, Price Pally launched their access into the UK market, where your family in the UK can place their order for basic things like pepper, tomatoes from Nigerian markets, from Nigerian farmers, and get it delivered to the UK. Just the same way you have it where you can order from Lagos and have it delivered to you in less than 24 hours. So they've been able, with even perishable products, being able to access the UK market. So it's not so much about, oh, I'm limited. No. So what I'm trying to do here is to encourage us to toggle your minds so that you know that, no, I'm not limited by where I am. I just happen to be where I am right now, but I'm not limited by where I am, so that we can move from where you are to where you are supposed to be. And then diaspora demands. Millions of Nigerians abroad seeking authentic home products daily. For example, there's a platform that just launched, Giri, today, right? What that platform is doing, e-commerce platform, what that platform is doing is brings Nigerian buyers, Nigerian sellers, right? Nigerian sellers onto that platform so that Nigerians or whoever across the world can access little things like baskets, little things like necklaces, beads, like literally anything. So you can just put your products on there and anybody in the world can access your products just from that platform. So everybody has access to global stage, but your products cannot leave the shores of Lagos, the shores of Nigeria, if it does not meet global standards, right? So I am here in Canada, and I would say to you painfully that the yam that we buy here, the yam that we eat here, is, I'm not saying yam from Nigeria. We are eating yam from Ghana. And you cannot possibly tell me that with the amount of yam that we harvest in Benue, that is not exportable. So what is the problem? So these are things. So for the producers, we need to go back to the table to ensure that what we're producing is actually exportable, is actually meets global standards. So my second business, Nigerian success story, is Soilless Farm Lab, and this is one of the businesses that I really, really, really love and respect. Soilless Farm Lab was founded in 2020 by farmer Samson Ogboli. It has the biggest greenhouse farming land in Africa, actually, with, I think now they must be eating about 900 greenhouses. Last check was 800 and something, and they keep expanding, right? So it's very encouraging to see that these are young Nigerians actually doing amazing stuff within even the agri space with perishable products. And sometime last year as well, he also did say that he started to export his products to UK with, he had been able to create a transportation system that helps you transport lettuce, pepper, fresh products directly out of Nigeria, even though, yes, you satisfy the market in Nigeria, but also you need to be able to position your business as a global brand, right? Then innovation creates global relevance. So Soilless Farm Lab shows you that you don't need more land to go global. You need innovation, systems, and standards. And what they do is they do hydroponics, and all the ponics, right? Meaning you can grow as much. So in one space of land, you don't need 10 hectares. With 1 hectare, you can grow the same quantity because you're going vertical. You can grow the same quantity of food you need 10 hectares for on 1 hectare. That's literally what he's been able to position his business for. So there are people that are actually achieving this feat. So the 5 pillars of global readiness. Product readiness. Is your product ready? Meaning, is it quality ready? Market fit. Know your ideal buyer and where they are. Branding, identity, trust, and perception. Distribution, how product reaches their buyers. So you need to do the hard work. You need to do the smart work, being able to identify your distribution channels, and then systems, processes that work without you. So the third business, very quickly, is Real Fruits. Real Fruits took Nigeria's abundant tropical fruits, mangoes, coconuts, cashews, and transformed them into beautifully branded, export-ready packaged snacks with premium pricing and long shelf life. So something as simple as mangoes, coconuts, cashews. She's not a farmer, she's not farming. All she's simply doing is value addition. So I'd intentionally picked these three businesses as case study. This is not a farmer. This is a business that sits in the value addition space. So she would offtake and add value to it, package it properly. Now she's selling in the UK, in the US, in Canada, Switzerland, Belgium, several other countries I didn't even list here, and across Africa, right? With over 1,000 retail outlets that she even supplies to in Nigeria. When you say going global, it's not really so much about going like to every nook and cranny of the world, but it's ensuring that your product any day, anytime can actually stand side by side with another product from any other part of the world, right? So it's raised significant institutional investment to scale. So even when you have investors or people that want to fund you, they're asking questions like, oh, what are we funding? Where is this business? You know, so it's, you want to be able to show that you are ready. So position your business to be ready. The branding shift that changes everything. The before and the after. So before branding, you have unbranded, unmarketed products. You see all those plantain chips that we buy in traffic? Yeah, unbranded, unmarketed, unmarked products sold at farm gates or roadside. All those eggs that don't come with proper packaging. Yeah, price always pushes down by buyers. When you go to the market and you're trying to negotiate, check over 2,000 is 2.5 ni money, 1.5 ni. Yeah, that's what happens to your products when you're not intentional about it. No story or identity behind your product. I'm trying to remember a certain drink, some healthy drink. I can't remember the name now. And then the guy had shared a story about how he got lime or lemon and then he turned it into that drink. Some very emotional, touching story, and everybody bought into that story. Hence, that's how that drink became popular. So tell a story around your product, right? And then invisible in a crowded market. So that's before. So what happens when you brand and you are very intentional with your business, with your product? And you can take this product by product, one after the other. You don't, have to overwhelm yourself. Take it step by step. So after you have professional packaging with brand name, premium pricing justified by brand story, trust built through consistent visual identity, buyers come to you, not you always going to look for them, because you've been able to create that platform where they can easily access, and you've brought it even closer to them. And then ready for supermarkets, hotels, and exports. People don't just buy products, they buy trust. And then there are several digital marketing tools that we can leverage. WhatsApp has a lot of features these days. Sometimes I'm like, when did they upload this one again, right? WhatsApp has a lot of features. You can upload your catalog on WhatsApp such that anyone that is actually chatting with you, or maybe you chat with for the first time, clicks on your profile just to see, who is this? And then they can see your catalog just right there, and then broadcast lists, and then I can see that they create broadcast channels now, right? And then direct sales at zero cost. So you can even do blasting, so just be able to increase your customer base. And then social media commerce, there are several platforms now. I was learning very recently about, I'm one of those people that are not Gen Zs, and then so I had to take a whole class on TikTok, and I'm like, you guys live in a different world, but you've seen how businesses have been able to scale even on TikTok, right? So Instagram, Facebook, and by the way, Facebook is not for the old people. I found out also we're doing some form of engagement, and then we saw that some businesses are cashing out big time, making millions every month just by engaging actively on Facebook, right? So they have people buying from wherever on Facebook, right? So you want to engage all these platforms, right? And then you have AI tools as Canva. ChatGPT was our love for so long, and then I think our love right now is Claude. Our love right now is Claude, right? So there's several AI tools that you can use to grow your business. Yeah, there's Jumia, Konga, there's Amazon. There are several of them. Just do the work of searching, engaging, and using these to grow your business. And then your 5-step transition plan from local to global. Define your core products. Be very specific. It's not bobo niche. be very specific, right? What exactly do you offer? Who is it for? And what problem does it solve? Then standardize quality. Not that some batch is good, some batch is bad, and then we can't even trust what you know. So standardize quality. Every batch, every delivery must be consistent. Same thing. One of the things that I loved so much about when we visited Lekki Mills, that they sit in the value addition part of the value chain for yam, whereby they process the yam and then they package it export ready and then available for hotel, supermarkets. So those nicely sliced yams. And then they also launched the yam chips as well. So when we visited their factory, we saw how they were very consistent with their every batch, quality top notch, right? So you want to be that intentional. So even when you are not there as a business owner, there are documented processes that you have in place to ensure that your staff will do the right thing, right? Then every delivery must be consistent. Quality is the foundation of your reputation. The moment we can't trust your brand, it's very difficult for us to engage and keep buying all the time. So there are some products that when you see it anywhere in the world, you'd beat your chest and say, "Ah, no, this one is good product." You know how that is, right? So package professionally. Presentation builds trust. Before anyone tastes or uses your product, design matters, right? Design matters. When during the Lagos Agrithon last year, some of the things that were said to some of the businesses that applied for the 150 million naira grant funding was design. Design matters. The way you design your product, the way you present it, it matters. I want to be sure that you are intentional about this business. You're intentional about what you put inside. So be intentional about even the packaging, the outside as well, right? See Pringles, see Quaker Oats, so there are some businesses that or some products that you look at and you're like, yes, top notch, this one, we buy it anywhere, right? Identify your target market. Who are your ideal buyers and where are they? What channels can you reach them through? So these are, I'm hoping that we're writing and actually answering these questions real time, right? Who are your ideal buyers? Where are they? What channels can you reach them through? Build strategic partnerships, suppliers, distributors, collaborators, collaborate with people. It's not collaborate. It's collaboration over competition. We've heard that said again and again. It's not some fluke. It's real. Collaborate with people. At the beginning of this call, Dr. Bangboye said to me, "Oh, I have Dr. Ellen on call. She's my mentor." And I felt that was amazing because you need your mentors, you need your peers, you need people that you mentor to always collaborate with you. That's how we grow. Right. So very important. Please, please, please collaborate. Identify one partnership that you must pursue this week and take it very seriously. Collaboration is key. The mindset that shifts everything. Move from survival mode to strategic thinking. I know Lagos is hard. Nigeria is hard. I know we are all in this together, right? But we have to be able to move from survival thinking to strategic thinking. Right? If not, you will be in survival mode forever. Unfortunately, you will not be able to scale out of that survival mode. So we need to move from survival thinking, reacting to problems, competing on price, being enemies with your competitor, and then you need to, very importantly, work in the business. You need to move from working in the business to working on the business. That's a difference. Right? Move from working in the business to working on the business. How do we move or make this business grow? How do we move this business from point A to point B? So when you attend those conferences, you are very strategic about why you're attending. You're not just attending to mark attendance. You're attending so that you can meet so person, and then you can introduce your business to that person and hopefully strike a collaboration, maybe not immediately, but somewhere down the line, right? So collaboration is very important when you're thinking strategically on your business. 6 mistakes that hold Nigerian businesses back, and this proven and tested, right? Scaling too early. Growing before core products and systems are stable. You just want to grow and you just want to scale. No. yes, scaling is in the pipeline, scaling is in the plan, but you need to be able to solidify your foundation first. No financial tracking, not knowing your numbers means flying completely blind. I mean, and we saw a lot of that in the businesses that applied, where we're asking them simple questions like, what was your annual returns last year? And they're like, I don't know. Hello, how can you not know your revenue, your cost, your profits? At the minimum, those three you should know. So it's very important that you know your cost, you know your numbers, you know your finances. That's how you can plan as a business person. Because, for example, if you have 3 products, you just know that, oh, you're making money. But when you put pen to paper, you'll be able to tell that maybe product 1, which is the cheapest, brings in most revenue. But you will not know if you don't study your numbers. You just imagine that, no, because product 2 is more expensive, people buy it once in a while, but it's more expensive. So you think, oh, that one brings in more money because it brings in bulk money at a time. But when you look at the figures, you study your numbers, you'll be able to tell that, okay, track record, even though this product is cheaper, it brings in more revenue, right? And then it's, as a business, wherever you have more money coming in, you want to be able to expand or scale that line, meaning that you don't have to do too much for more people to buy that particular product, right? So the one that is more expensive and then you have people buy once in a blue moon, yes, you can still keep that depending on what the numbers actually say. But if you have people buy once a year, why are you keeping it, right? So let's assume that the numbers are not so bad and you're trying to keep it, but you pay more attention to the one that you don't have to do so much for people to. So imagine if you actually did so much here, you scale this, and maybe this one is an added product to this. More people that come in here would then be able to buy your product B. Do you understand what I'm saying? So ignoring branding, generic products that never command premium prices, because your product is just there, looks like everybody else, is just sitting on the shelf. We don't even know the difference. I mean, it's not even exciting, right? There are some products that I will never pick off a shelf because I don't trust the way it looks. It looks like you poison me, so you don't want your product to sit in that category, right? So pay attention to your branding. Then no structure, you are running on instinct instead of documented processes. So today, oh, add 2 cups of salt. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I think maybe add a little more, maybe 2.5 cups of salt today. No, there's documented processes. You have the modus operandi of, this is how my business works. This is how we create this particular product. And whoever or whatever staff comes into your business today, tomorrow, would definitely follow that modus operandi that you have created for that business. Then working alone, refusing to delegate, collaborate, or seek mentorship, right? That's one of the deadliest traps, which is where you find a lot of businesses. Working alone is, hello, Oga. I mean, please, there are some things you should be able to delegate to maybe some junior managers in your company, or maybe supervisor, maybe manager is too much, maybe supervisors, or team leads that you can delegate, that they should be able to do, and then just report it back to you. But they don't have to call you for every single little thing, right? And the fear of global markets. The reality is, yes, even though we shout global market from today to tomorrow, a lot of people are still afraid of global markets, believing that global markets are not for people like you, right? But global markets it's open markets. Imagine when you go to Oshodi, nobody really cares who brought what. The thing is, there people walk by and they're like, oh, I like this, I buy it. The snail you go and buy, do you know which farm it came from? Do you know if the snail was well fed? But you saw one woman selling the snails. She looks like she's watering it well, and the thing looks big, and then you buy it, right? So that's how global market is as well, right? So position your business properly and ensure that, oh, it looks appealing, enticing, your branding is great, you go through the right channels, you collaborate properly, and yes, boom, you are already in that global space, right? So don't be afraid, kick fear out of the door. And then 3 minutes reflection. Please write, what is your core product? Answer these questions honestly. I'm not going to ask you for your responses, right? But be honest with yourself, because I want you to go away from this session knowing that, yes, this was where my life changed, right? Or this was where the trajectory of my business actually changed, Right. So be specific. What do you offer? For who? What problem does it solve? Be very honest, right? What exactly do you do? Like, what are you? So, and by the way, you are not selling honey. What you're selling is healthy alternative to sugar, or the healthy way of living. So be able to curate your delivery, your value delivery properly. What you're selling is not the product. What exactly is the underlying value of the products that you are selling? That is what you offer, right? What one system do you lack right now? Is it pricing? Is it packaging? Is it delivery tracking or financial records? Right. There are people you can collaborate with for financial records. I mean, there are some freelance accountants that could just come in, quick look at your books and quickly help you put it together. They could give you a template and you can continue to work with, and then there are a lot of templates online. Now, if you just go to Google, just go to ChatGPT or Claude, right, and say, this is what my problem is as a business owner. How do I solve it? You don't even need to employ anybody. Start from there. And these platforms, AI tools are so amazing, right? So that's where we want to start from. So ensure that you are solving your business problem today. Today, don't postpone it. Procrastination is one of the problems that we have as a people. Don't postpone it. Do it today, today. All right. So if I had the means, I would just come knocking at each of you's door tomorrow morning. But did you do it yesterday? So who can partner? You were saying something, but your mic is muted. So who can you partner with? Name one person who has what you need and needs what you have, right? Your local hustle is not the end, it is the foundation. So don't feel bad that, I don't have what all those people have. I don't know. It's just the foundation. And once you lay your foundation properly, spend time, lay your foundation properly. Once you have laid it properly, boom, the sky is not the limit, right? So start small, build systems, and think global. Build structure from your farm to your community to the world, one step at a time, but ensure you're taking that one step in the right direction. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not talent. It's not because you know how to do what, right? It is the structure, the clarity, and support systems. I'll say that again. The gap, do you think there are more people that don't know how to sing better than some of your celebrities? If you go to Moshi, if you go to Oshodi, if you go to Ogba, there are people that just sing and they can even sing better. So talent is not the problem, right? The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not talent. It is structure, it is clarity, and it is the support systems that you build around yourself. And here is where I'd end our session for today. I really do hope that it has been valuable to you. I really do hope that this is where your business growth actually starts or morphs, right? And I'm looking forward to hearing your success stories. I'm really, really, really looking forward to you sharing how you've been able to grow your businesses. And really well done to Dr. Olaoluwa for creating platforms like this that help mentor young businesses to position their businesses globally, to grow, to scale, right? And looking forward to many more success stories that we can even showcase on maybe another platform to say that, oh yes, we made this business on Farm to Fortune, and then this is where the business is right now. All the very best, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening.
Thank you so much, Ma, for the session so far. It's been so enlightening, but I just quickly want us to go into the question and answer segment. I don't know if a few persons, if you have any question, you can just kindly unmute your mic and ask the speaker now before we round up. So please, if you have any question, you can kindly go ahead and use this opportunity to ask her directly. It's been such an amazing session. tell a story about your products, move from working from your business to working in the business. And you also mentioned that people don't just buy products, they buy trust. So, and trust should be in your mind when starting a business. You can start small, but don't stay small. So, and lots more. Please, I want somebody should ask questions, because the only way that you know that, oh, the things that we heard and we learned so much is by asking questions. So please, I want 1 or 2 persons to kindly unmute their mic and ask questions at this time. Just go
Good
ahead.
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Troy.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, Ma. This is such an eye-opener. But I would like to ask, for service-based businesses, how do we really scale? Because I think you emphasized more on based businesses. However, service-based businesses, how do we really scale? How do we even come out from where we are right now? For my
Okay.
business, I'm more like a wellness coach, and I help people reverse and prevent chronic health conditions. So, but for now, because we do not really have what it takes yet to create products, so we just do it as a service business where when people come, we have processes, right? How we do what we do, but then we cannot just rely on the people around us to just patronize us to really scale. So how do we go about that?
Okay. Thank you, Choice, for your question. So it's the same principle that applies, right? So, but the fact that I said products, it's the same principle that applies to products and services, right? So you're a wellness coach. So you need to be able to define properly what exactly do you offer, who do you offer it to, and where can I meet more of these people? So because the moment you're able to define who your customer base is, or the people that need your services, that can pay for your services, then you now start to open up, where can I find them? So those are the places. So online, how can I find all the AI tools I talked about, all the digital marketing tools that I spoke about, applies to even your business. So do you have a proper looking logo? Do you have an appealing story to tell about your business? Have you been able to position it properly, even on your Instagram, your TikTok, your what have you? Do you have a website? Maybe not a website, but these days, I mean, you can even create a website with Claude, with ChatGPT. I mean, AI tools are really that amazing these days. Like, you can do so much from the comfort of your space without actually spending so much money, right, to the experts. Maybe as you continue to grow, then you can spend more money giving to the experts and all of that. But from where you are right now, position your business properly. So if I were looking for your wellness expert, if I was looking for a massage place or someone, a masseur, would I easily find you? Where would I find you? How would I find you? Are you there when I go to Google and I do Google search? Would your name come out? Do you understand? So that's proper positioning, even though you are a service rendering business, but you need to still be able to position your business properly. And as you continue to grow, you are then able to go into productizing, is even like a different thing. So in your business as a service rendering person, what do you do? Do you offer massage services? Do you offer physiotherapy? Do you understand? List it out. What services do you offer? So for each of these services that you have listed out, where would you find these people? Do you need to partner with a hospital? Do you need to partner with maybe even a pharmacy, to say, oh, when people come to you and they complain of this, and you know that, oh, this paracetamol or whatever drug you're giving them is not enough, please, can you render or can you send them to us? So you need to, collaboration is key. So everything I've shared today applies to both products and services. I hope I've been able to help Choice.
Yes, yes, ma. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, everyone. I don't know if there's anyone that still has question, but at this moment, I'll be handing over to Dr. Ola.
All right. So thank you very much, my guy at the top, in person of my esteemed, Mrs. Fumi. I mean, you are a blessing to us all.
Thank you.
All right. So just pardon me. I want to share something. It's part of the announcement, and I want to put it there while I'm having this conversation. Just give me a minute. That's okay by you. Please give me a minute. All right. All right. So thank you once again. We can't thank you enough. So let me start from Choice that asked this question. So Choice, I want to guarantee you that thank you for joining. I mean, this is my first time meeting you. Thank you for joining. And if you can put what she had said, to use and send us a feedback between the next between now and the next session, I will pay for a session with you I will pay to Mrs. Fumi for a session, for a consulting session with her. I promise you. If you can send a mail, what you have done so far with what you learned, everything she has said. I mean, she said a lot. My note is full here. I can show you if you can see. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not sure you can see the reflection on the notes. My note is full. I will execute what she has said. So, Choice, my task for you is that implement everything she has said or anything you have picked that she has said. And if you can send us a mail, or message, everything like you have implemented, how it has helped your business so far, I will pay Mrs. Fumi to actually have a mentorship session with you. I will pay her for her time, and then that's on your behalf. If you don't mind, I think that's good enough for you. So just implement what she has taught so far. So I want to, on this note, say thank you for your selflessness. You have supported as an herald so far so many times. I mean, you don't know me from anywhere. You don't, no personal relationship before now. And I met you, you supported us every time. Selflessness, pouring out your mind and, supporting us. Thank you so much for what you have done and sharing this with you as well to say that come and help us with this, and you jumped on it. Your selfless, your humility as well. Everybody knows you. You have never, you have worked with several people, access to people, and you have never been rude or proud to anybody that I know of. I mean, not anyone. I can guarantee. So thank you very much for the time it took you to put the slides together and everything. I mean, you have done so well. Thank you so much for your selflessness. We can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I think I'm supposed to do that. And, we can't thank you enough. We send a formal thank you letter to you. So, like I said, to Choice now, for everybody, people don't just come, anyhow for Farm to Fortune series. Obviously, you see what they put together, pouring out their mind, putting slides together, content and everything. I want to urge you, I want to urge us. The same effort and energy it takes us to reach out to 10 people is the same energy it takes us to reach, 50, 100 people. Imagine what she has said. The time, effort, and energy should have probably reached 1,000 people on this same call, and they will have benefited the same thing that we are benefiting. I have on this call Idowu Fasusi, who is my mentee, who has implemented, I think he's off the call, but everything I teach him as much as I can, he implements, and he actually got to Abuja on a sponsorship project. I don't even know what it is. He just came back thanking me for what we've supported him with over his journey, in his agribusiness. So I'm just saying that all these things are actually beneficial. They are very beneficial. So as much as possible, please kindly always share the link. So Dr. Eileen is the mind behind this. She always loved giving back to the community. She always loved helping young people that are serious. She always puts it out there to say that if I'm helping you, you have to be serious. If you are not serious, next day you are off. I don't have the time. I know our kind of clientele based. I can't mention names, but I know they are kind of people. So she's actually super extremely busy. When she's willing to actually help you, you should be willing to help yourself. So now, just saying that if after doing this, we are not now getting so much, we should actually try as much as possible. She has actually supported in so many ways. she's willing to go the length, the miles with us to be able to give back to the younger ones. I'm a beneficiary of Dr. Eileen, and I mean, by virtue of her being my mentor, all my team, everybody knows Dr. Eileen on my team. There's no way, even till yesterday, we had a meeting yesterday, we all know Dr. Eileen, come what may. So just saying that, like, Mrs. Fumi had said, you need someone to help you, need someone to handhold you. Fumi is one of those persons to me in Nigeria. I always ask questions, and she always gives me feedback. Do this better this way. You should have done this better that way. She will just subtly drop it, and then, if you are serious enough, you probably must have gotten what she's trying to say. So thank you once again, Fumi, for this powerful session. It's recorded. We upload it on our link and we share. So for all the beneficiaries or the participants here, kindly feel free to share every time. And I think there's still one more person I want to ask a question. I don't know, but I still perceive there's someone I want to ask a question. If you don't mind, you can open your mic and feel free, to ask question before we can let our speaker go. Thank you. You can type as well. Anybody, you can signify, raise your hand, you can open your mic.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, so say your proper name because we are seeing you as Oluwaseun, and I'm sure you know Oluwaseun. Just introduce yourself properly. Go ahead, please.
I'm Mrs. Owolabi from I got the link from Mr. Ido.
Okay.
So I want to ask that I just started a new business and I fry plantain chips and I give out in dozen price. How can I do better? Because I'm feeling like, okay, it's growing, it's moving. I actually need a mentorship because it's growing from me. But what should be my next step as it grows? I don't want to remain at that circle where I just buy this set of bunch of plantains and I fry in a week, the set of people. I want to be able to move down to like giving stores, giving bigger places. I want to package well. But how can I come up with all those things? How can I advertise more better apart from only my WhatsApp and Facebook posting my flyers that I've done?
All right, thank you. Point taken. So, Mrs. Fumi, can you kindly shed more light? Did you join early, Mrs. Owolabi?
No, I didn't really join early. I just got the link now when I came online, just not quite long, so that I have to immediately join.
Okay. Thank you. That's fine.
Great. Thank you, Mrs. Oluwolabi, for the question. I have also shared the slide presentation with Dr. Bamboye. I believe he would maybe upload it on the website and then everybody can have or gain access to it. Okay, so your question is that you fry plantain chips, right? You're growing steady and then you want to understand how to scale. Great. So that passion and intentionality that you're putting into the business, we're giving you thumbs up. So if you ever get tired, remember this day that we're giving you thumbs up. Keep going, right? We're cheering you, right? So don't get tired. But you need to then be strategic with even with that plantain chips. What exactly do you offer? So are you trying to offer this as a healthy snack option to corporate, healthy snack option to kids, healthy snack option to, or are you also trying to do white labeling production, meaning that you can produce like a whole bun and give it out to someone else to go and package in their own way? So that's another way to quickly scale your capital, right? Funding. So you can produce in large scale. You are not branding, you're not doing anything, you're just producing and giving whoever else to go and brand in their own way, right? Then when you talk about who your market is, it would help you define how you will brand that pack. Because if plantain chips is not properly branded, I assure you that there are people in this Lagos that will not buy it. Right? So the branding must be great, just as great as the quality of the product itself is. So for example, if we want to pack, maybe do Christmas packaging options, would your plantain chips come to mind? Because it looks great by look. Do you understand? You see all those chocolates that you buy, Mars, Snickers, Twix. When you take one bar, just one day, buy one of those products and study it. How did they create this packaging that looks so appealing to the old, to the young? It looks so appealing for ages. Some of those businesses have existed for decades. The same branding. So you want to look at, you can just take a walk to a supermarket, maybe the Prince or Ebano, one of those high-end supermarkets, right? And study all their plantain chips options that they have. Study it. You know, so that's part of your market research. Study it. How have they been able to, you know, and then you can even go online to say, okay, this product A, product B, product C that I saw on this shelf, which one has the most, which one sells the most? ChatGPT will give that to you. I still believe that a lot of us still don't know how to use all these tools. Whatever question you're asking in your mind, ask Claude or ask ChatGPT. Do you understand? So you ask that, okay, so of these 3 plantain chips products that are mine, what market advantage do they have? And how can I upgrade my product to this particular? I don't know your product really, so I'm not sure I can actually critique you as much as I would like to tell you if the taste is good, your packaging is great, you know, but if your packaging is great, you're on the right track. Right? But if it's not yet great, that's the next thing that you should start working on. Ensure that your packaging is amazing. Like I was saying earlier, that before you join the call, I'm currently in Ontario, Canada. And of the yam, there's a Nigerian man that even imports in containers yam to here, this particular city. And he's not importing Nigerian yam. He's importing Ghana yam. The first day I heard, I nearly shed tears for someone that has worked in the agri space. That I know how much wastage is going on in Benue. To say that, oh, people were not importing Nigerian yam, we're importing Ghana yam. Why? Because of standardization. That's the problem. So that's usually the problem with most of us, most of our businesses. Standardization. Can it meet global standards? So when you are creating your pack, don't create your pack like those ones that we see inside Traffico, that we buy inside Danfo. No, you create it properly. I don't have one with me here. You know, you create it properly that it can go anywhere. Anyway, there's one plantain chips that we buy here. I buy it every day. I like it. I buy it every day. That plantain chips is $1. $1 is 1,050 naira, Canadian dollar. One plantain chips, it's not plenty inside it. 1,050 naira is that one. I cannot buy that plantain chips for 1,000 naira in Lagos. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's being able to package it. And that plantain, I think they brought it from Indonesia or some funny country, you know. So why can't your plantain chips get to any other part of the world?
All right, thank you very much once again. I mean, we can't thank you less. So I think the last question will be from Mrs. Marvel. So for the second Oluwaseun, I think this comment has actually answered your question. Your question says, when starting a healthy drink brand in Nigeria, how do you scale it up like other brands like Coca-Cola? She had actually mentioned going to Claude, ChatGPT, apply what she has said before now. If you don't get everything she had said, we're going to upload the recording on the website and then even the slides on the website as well. So you can go and revisit it. So I think she has answered the question. So lastly, Mrs. Marvel, you can quickly just in 30 seconds so that she can answer.
Sorry, before the last question, I just want to quickly chip in because of this question on drinks. So when you are starting your business, you are not starting your business with the intent, and I see that a lot, and I really just like to correct it. You're not starting your business with the intention to beat somebody else. We like competition too much, right? So you're trying to create your own market. You're trying to offer value. There's something you're trying to offer, regardless of how many people are already playing in that space. Right. So yes, your question is how do you scale like other products, right? But what is important, how did Biggie enter the market? Great marketing, great branding, and crash their price. But even if they just crashed their price and their branding and marketing wasn't great, they would not have penetrated the market that much. Right. So great marketing, great branding with the little that you have. When we see there's one of the products that we had funded with I think 5 million naira last year. The bottle fermented drinks lady, what's their name now? I can't remember. Mama Dora, right? And Mama Dora, when she brought the bottle, they've not really entered or penetrated the market that much, but mainly looking at the bottle. And it's just your bottle, and then they branded, put something on it, bottle. But the way it was done intentionally, you knew that this product would go places. And they received 5 million naira last year to be able to expand and enter even more markets. Right. So it's be intentional. Don't just do things because other people are doing it. Be intentional. Ensure that, the market that I'm about to penetrate, who are the people there? Is it corporate? Is it children? Is it, but whatever you do, look at Capri-Sun. I've known Capri-Sun for as long as I've lived. And look at the packaging. They've not done too much, but it is classy. It is high class. It is great, very appealing, easy to, so whatever you do, ensure that you're easily penetrating or easily appealing to your customers. Marvel, Surgery, long time. Please ask your question.
Good evening. Good evening, Ma.
Good evening. Good to hear from you again.
It's a pleasure. It's so great to listen to you. So I've not heard you train like this before. It's my first time sitting under your.
Oh wow.
A consultant, a senior consultant.
I can see.
Yeah.
So thank you so very much. I would say that yes, we often go for a lot of these trainings and we hear this over and over again, but the implementation of it's what is actually keeping us where we are. So again, what you just said, I had wanted to just put down my hand when you were answering this last question because it was part of what I wanted to ask. My question is now to scale. You know that the markets that you are into or the value or the product, let me not say the value, the product that you're producing is a saturated market. And then you're trying to carve a niche, you're trying to sell the value. Already is a market that is known. And then you are not even able to meet up with the existing customers. How do you even now go to adding more? So you have limited quantity. You have so you have limited production, right? And you can see that there are possibilities in that product. I will say what I do. So I am a poultry farmer. We produce premium eggs. And so usually I will just see it like I'm just a farmer. I produce eggs and just that. But over time, I decided to, with all of these informations, what product, what value are you actually trying to sell? We're actually trying to sell affordable protein, right? Now, I've also, tried to also venture into packaging. So for events, we do this packaging for people who do events, a pack of 6, 4, 12, depending. And it's also, kind of different from the regular bulk purchase because we just do bulk to bulk buyers. And you are not even able to meet up with your bulk buyers, not to talk of having another part of this from your what do you now do? Because of course you want to scale, you want to also reach out to more markets, and sometimes you are just even afraid to go on social media because you have not even been able to meet with your and you've not been able to
Existing
satisfy
demand.
yes exactly. So what do you really do? It looks like you're not there. Yes, you're not on the social space because you're even afraid that if I even come out safe, you know So at this point, I'm really stuck kind of here.
Okay, thank you, Marvel. So again, whenever you feel tired, just remember that there are people cheering you on. I mean, you're doing an amazing. I met you, I mean, on Lagos Agri Innovation Club, and you were on the Lagos Agrithon, up until, and so to answer your question, really, we have a lot of people that are in that space where you are doing okay, right? But you want to scale, you want to move beyond that level. So a lot of people get stuck here, this stage where you are, and then they're just unable to break that ceiling or just shatter that ceiling and move to the next stage. Right. But what is very important is, number one, never feel like you have arrived. Right? Don't feel too comfortable in your comfort zone, which is where I like how you're itching to say, okay, how do I move past this space? Right? Number two is, where do you want to be? Like when you move from here, only you can answer that. When you move from here, where's that place? Or what's that thing you want to do next? Or where are you moving to? Right? How do you want to scale from here? Like where are you going will define how you get there. So if you've not been able to, so when you say scale, what's your definition? I can't define it for you, but what's your definition of scale? Does scale mean you are currently doing 50,000 eggs right now and you want to move to 100,000 eggs, or you want to move to 200,000 eggs? You need to be able to define it. What exactly does scale mean to you? So if you're doing 50,000 eggs per month now and you want to move to 100,000 eggs per month, that is the first level of understanding. Once you've been able to answer that, then you now answer, okay, how do we move from 50,000 to 100,000 given what we currently have now? So if you have 100 birds giving you 50,000 in a month, I'm just using figures, right? So how do we move from 50,000 eggs to 100,000 eggs, giving 100 birds? That means we need maybe 200 eggs, right? So you start defining it one step at a time. So with 200 eggs, how do we achieve 200 eggs? With our current revenue, where we are, if we increase, so if you're selling out and you can't meet your demands, it means you're doing pretty okay in revenue, right? So if you save 10% as of today, can you increase your savings to maybe 20%, so that over the next 6 months, because that's what is maybe easily accessible as per funding, right? If you increase your savings from 10% to 20% as a business owner, right, that means, or maybe you can buy 20 more birds after 6 months, and then we would have scaled a bit, right? So it's less practical steps. Yes, you can apply for funding, right? You can maybe bring an investor on board. You can have people, goodwill, family and friends, but practically as a business, where we are right now, you need to be able to scale. So that funding, what we save, or do you even save as a business owner, right? So what we save, right? How do we increase that a little bit? And what that savings is targeted savings. We know exactly what we're using it for now, because we've now defined what we want to use it for, which is to scale from 50,000 to 100,000. So we need to be very intentional. There's no moving it day by day, just as the day goes by. We need to be very intentional, putting pen to paper. Is there a particular training you need to go for? Is there a certification that you need to get? Do you understand? Package your business. You are not just a farmer, right? No, I mean, you are not an ordinary farmer. You are doing amazing, right? You are doing farmers feed us. Without farmers, there's no us. There's no even like ourselves, right? So farmers are literally the most important on that agri value chain. When there are no farmers, there's no agri value, there's no chain, right? So, and you're not just an ordinary farmer, right? So you need to also be able to package yourself properly. Imagine when you start creating social media content, and your content is not just about you sadly moving around your chicken pen, right? You are actually excitedly moving around, and then you are creating amazing content with the birds, with the eggs. You're doing amazing stuff. You're even showing us how many things you can use eggs to do. Did you know that you can use eggs for pancakes? You can use eggs for cake. You use eggs for, there's literally nothing you cook and you don't put eggs in it. You cannot create chicken nuggets without eggs. So you use chicken, which is what we do. You put egg inside the chicken nuggets and then you create chicken nuggets. That's 3 different products from what we do. So there are several ways that you can actually present your product, and you're telling a story. And I'm like, when it comes to egg, I'm sticking with you. Do you understand? So make me stick with you. And then with what you're doing, you are able to maybe this month buy two more birds, next month buy 3 more birds. That means you're increasing slowly. You already said you cannot meet your demand, so your customer is ready. All we just need to do is increase the number of birds, right? And then we can slowly increase. So when you say scale is not something drastic, right? Like heavens covering, opening, and things falling down. No, it's that little step that we take day by day. That little, is your business logo looking amazing? That little step, when people come to buy the eggs from pick up from you, do they have a great experience? Customer service is a whole new topic on its own that we need to drill down into our brains as Nigerians. Customer service, Jesus, so bad as a people, but it's one course on its own that we need to, talk about. So what experience do people have when they come to you? Will they come back again and again and again? And I bet you that there are people within your circle, if you say that, oh, I need 50K extra for this month, I pay you back in 3 months, I need to buy 3 more birds, because you've been trusted, they'll be able to. So you can funding in different ways, and then you can scale gradually. Thank you very much.
Wow,
Thank you
amazing,
so much.
amazing. Just ensure that what she had said, you implement, like you had mentioned, you actually said as well, Mrs. Marvel, that we listen to these things a lot, but we hardly implement them. So even if it's one thing that you implement today, from what she has said, passionately, I'm sure that, it will actually make a significant difference in your business. So thank you very much once again. I want us to kindly open our mic to say thank you to Fumi for what she has done. Let's just open our mics, reactions. If you can't open your mic, messages, let's just signify to show that thank you.
Madam
Thank
Fumi, and
you.
it's a pleasure to
Thank
see you
you.
again.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
For
Thank
your
you. This is the
time
longest
spent
we have.
here.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
God
everyone.
bless
This is the
Thank
longest
you
we have
all.
stayed so far.
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Yeah.
This is the longest. We don't do
Yeah.
more than 1 hour. 1 hour, 5 minutes, we are
Exactly.
done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the
Exactly.
longest so far, and it's for a reason. You are not here to just tell us stories or fables. You came up, with relatable businesses. You applied your teachings to our businesses, and don't be surprised if the topic next month brings you back. You will actually you will come back. In my team, in person of Emmanuel and Sheung, they are the ones handling this project. If they come back and say we want her back, I won't hesitate to reach out to you or give them your number to say reach out by yourself. Thank you very much and well done. Extend our greetings to your family. We love you
We
and we are
appreciate
grateful. Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you so
all.
much.
Enjoy the rest of your night or
You
day,
Thank
too.
you
whichever
so
way.
much.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye. So everyone, thank you for staying this long. Nobody drop off the call. We rejoining and everything. Thank you very much. For staying this long. And don't forget, this is now marketing what I'm doing. The thing that is sponsoring this project is Marketplace, where you can buy your feed ingredients from us. Feel free to, it's just 3 steps. Just today, someone even ordered remotely from somewhere, down, what was it called, Apapa Creek, that area. You ordered and then we are delivering for the person tomorrow. So just 3 steps, browse your feed option of feed, select your quantity of products, and then check out. You pay. It's seamless. You can bring out your phones and try it right away. And Mrs. Marvel, you never buy from me. I go call you out to on a lighter note. I know you're working things out, but feel free. Kindly always like and share our handles, our comments for wider reach. What Mrs.
Yeah.
Fumi had shared today, I'm sure that if we all pay attention, apply to our businesses can only get better for it. I can assure you, even me, like I said, I'm going to apply and we have a review after everything that we have done here. So my team will sit down and talk about, okay, what do we do better, even to our business as well. So thank you everyone for joining. And thank you, everyone, and especially Mrs. Fumi, all the way from Canada, for your time, for your selflessness, for your preparation and everything. We are grateful. Over to you, my colleague, in person of Shio, to wrap up and then say the closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to everyone. It's been such an amazing session. And I believe that, as Dr. Ola has said, that if we put out the things that we've learned to use, we'll surely gain value. And congratulations to Miss Choice for for the opportunities that came during the event today. So you can reach out to us, send us an email, mentorship.here'sandherald@gmail.com. Yeah, so if there's any other questions too, you can also still reach out to us as well. So as we come to the end of today's session, I want to sincerely thank everyone who joined and stayed engaged throughout this insightful session, and also for everyone that invites someone, like share link. You heard somebody mention that I got the link from someone that shared it with me, and the person was able to ask questions and get value. So, and to our speaker, I want to say thank you again, Ma, for your knowledge, for your experience, and for your valuable insights that you shared with us. And to every participant, thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and presence. So at Farm to Fortune, we remain committed to creating platforms like this that inspire growth, innovation, and transformation. And if you are not yet on our community, we have a community. I don't know how you register, but you can actually join the community through the link of to the registration link on the flyer. So you can also join our community to hear of updates. We share updates of opportunities, grants, things that can help your business and help your business to scale. So thank you once again for being part of this journey, and we look forward to seeing you at our next season. Our next season is Series 10, and that is the 10th edition. It's been a journey of consistency, a journey of a lot of work behind the scene. And thank you to Dr. Ola for this opportunity to be the moderator. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheon. So before you go, Choice is asking for our email address. You can share the email address with her before you say just you can round up the meeting. I think we are done. So you can share so don't forget our picture as well. So share the email with her, and then let's take picture before we go. Thank you.
Okay. I have done that, so we can. Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's take pictures. If we are still available, I think we have dropped out of the call, but is this still okay, or there's no need, Chion? Okay. We have our Miss Fumi is here, so let's do it.
Okay,
let's
please
do
let
it.
us take a selfie.
All right. Okay.
Emmanuel, are you here to help us?
I've done that. I've captured it.
Oh, okay, sir.
I've captured it. I will share. Thank you so much, Mrs. Fumi. Thank you. Accept my greetings to your family.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ma.
Enjoy
God
the
bless
rest of
you.
your
Thank you
day.
so much.
Bye.
Thank you,
God
Dr.
bless
Eli.
you
Thank you,
too.
Miss Marvel. Thank you, Choice. Thank you, Sheon. Thank you, Chinedu. Thank you, everyone. Idowu, Ekundayo. Thank you, everyone. And see you next session, the 10th series, like she said. Take care of yourself and have a good evening.